Sup guys, Haking here, bringing you another Resident Evil discussion theory video. So today's video is gonna be about the Hooded Man. Yeah, I'm gonna be discussing about who this dude is gonna be in the game. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe guys, and let's go through this. Now obviously there's been, again, it's kind of repetitive, a lot of other people have done their theory videos on who it's gonna be. I've compiled a bunch of names and I'm going to go through these and figure out who it could possibly be. And yeah, so let's have fun with this. Let's have fun. So yeah, this random dude shows up in the Resident Evil trailer. And obviously his face is covered. He's killing some agents. He obviously kidnaps Grace and takes her to the Civic Center, which is located right next to Raccoon City. So yeah, who is this dude? Why have they covered his face? You know, the last time we had a character whose face was covered, it ended up being Jill Valentine. So I'm wondering if this is another similar situation where this is a returning character and Capcom is keeping them hidden. The question is, who could it possibly be? So let's go for it. Let's start with the first one, which is probably not going to be the case, but you know, let's just get out of the way. Leon S. Kennedy. So the Hooded Man is Leon S. Kennedy possibly. So that's number one. Is it Leon? I mean, let's come up with a reason why it could be Leon. Something's happened, something's gone wrong, and he's been brainwashed. And for us, Leon is going to be like Jill 2.0. And at some point in the game, he's going to get rescued by Grace, or maybe even Ada, and the brainwashing goes off. And then we go back to playing Leon, but he's infected, something's gone wrong, and he needs the cure. Or the hooded guy isn't even the one that kidnaps Grace. Someone else does, and the hooded guy is Leon, but he's there to protect her or to save her, but things go wrong, and he gets the blame. And throughout the game, we're just assuming he's the villain, only to get the big reveal like halfway through that, oh no, crap, it's Leon S. Kennedy, and he's been following her tracks, or he's been following this conspiracy, and he's gotten involved. And yeah, it's basically sort of like a similar role to Chris from RE8, where we think he's the bad guy, but he's not. So maybe. Food for thought, maybe. But that's number one. Number two is Nikolai. So yeah, this is one I thought up as well. And I was like, yeah, it's interesting no one's bringing this up. What if it's Nikolai? What if the other guy is Nikolai? Like we don't... Here's the thing. We know that, like I've been saying, like the remakes are used to streamline the story and to basically wrap up a lot of the loose ends and to get rid of a lot of the fat that, the original canon didn't do. So, for me, it would make more sense Nikolai is dead. Like, he got shot, he got left to die in Raccoon City, he's gone. But what if it is Nikolai? What if he did survive? What if he managed to escape into the underground of the lab and basically survive the explosion, right? Could be him. Could be. Like, now, I know a lot of people are going to bring up the old canon that hints that he's alive. Like, you know, we have that file from Gun Survivor that proves he survived. But here's the thing. That file from Gun Survivor isn't canon, because in the Japanese version, it's written by a UBCS commander. That's what it's listed as. Whereas in the English version dub, it's listed as Nikolai. So you got two different continuity errors there. Like, so we don't really know which one is true. And I think some people have said that you hear Nikolai at the end of the post-credit scene in Outbreak 1. So I don't know if that's true or not. That for me doesn't make a lot of sense. Nikolai does play a big role, sort of, like, behind the scenes in Outbreak 1. But him being heard at the end of... I don't know. I don't remember that, to be honest. And like I said, like... I feel like Capcom is trying to, like I said, streamline things, so, and try and keep it simple. The thing is, if it is Nikolai in this game, that's just another reason why Jill or even Carlos need to come back into this, because you're going back to Raccoon City, and one of these villains is going to be this dude who survived, like, and has this sort of rivalry relationship with Jill and Carlos, and they're not going to be in the game. For me, that's a bit weird. Like, but at the same time, if Jill is in it, it would be kind of cool to see Nikolai again, like, all damaged and that, freaked out, infected, like, and him trying to get revenge on her, but I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's food for thought. Speaking of Nikolai, if he is in the game, there is one character I would like to see in it that we get to play as, and have him finish off Nikolai if that is the case. But if Nikolai's not in the game, maybe this guy is instead. Hank. So we've never really seen Hank's face, except for that epilogue in Resident Evil 3, and maybe like one of those unused files from Outbreak again, or was it Outbreak 2? But yeah, this is a mysterious character we've never really got to learn about, and we're going back to Raccoon City, And imagine if Hank isn't it. Imagine if the hooded guy is Hank. Like he's been there the whole time, or he's gone back and he's done. He's worked for someone there, and maybe maybe he's trying to make up for the sins. Like, I don't know. Like, we don't know anything about this dude, and again, I don't know whether Umbrella Corps is 100% canon, but it's pretty strongly hinted at in that game that the character you play as is meant to be Hank. That by the time you get to the end of the game and you platinum it as well, you know, the platinum is called The Return of the Grim Reaper, I believe. And a lot of the background characters in that game, like over the radio, they sort of like get suspicious and are wondering, wait a minute, is this dude, you know, Hank? Is this the Reaper? So a lot of hints and foreshadowing is made that the character you play in that game is meant to be Hank, and now he's working for the Umbrella Corps, who's led by this secret commander that may or may not be Albert Wesker. So again, it's never been like, I know there's like information that states that it is canon, but it didn't do well. Like, would you make a game that didn't do well canon? I mean, look at Resident Evil Gaiden, that's not canon. So, but again, it's just a food for thought. Maybe not. I'm trying to list all the possibilities here. So here's our fourth suspect, Billy Cone. We never found out what happened to Billy. He just, you know, after Resident Evil 0, he disappeared. We don't know if he survived. We don't know if he got out of Raccoon City. We don't know if he got captured. Maybe this is Billy. And if it is Billy, wouldn't it make sense to maybe to have Rebecca show up in this? You know, it's not necessary. You don't need to bring every character back that's connected to someone. You could just do a story with that specific character. It would be interesting maybe if Billy is in this game, if it is him, and he's been brainwashed or stuff happened and now he's forced to do this to survive, perhaps. Like, it would go a long ways of explaining where he's been after all this time. But again, I regress. It's probably not going to be him. Or maybe it will be. You never know with these things. You never know. Jake Mueller or Jake Wesker. So could it be Jake? Again, this is another case of, if you're bringing Jake into this, wouldn't it make sense to have Sherry be in this as well, considering the connection? Maybe it would make more sense, wouldn't it? But at the same time, if Alex Wesker is in this game, it would be kind of cool for Jake to come into this and have him be involved somehow. Again, maybe he is trying to help. Maybe he knows something and he's trying to stop this. Or maybe he's been captured and he's been brainwashed and now he's doing the main villain's bidding. But then that, you know, that it raises an interesting question. Why not use his blood then? Why Grace's? And that's another thing. You got a lot of characters with specific blood types. Why wouldn't they be captured? Why Grace of all people? Because of the, what was it? The daylight virus again? Because she was immune. She was born with it naturally, perhaps. Okay, fair enough. But you know, you still have Sherry. You still have Jake, who was born naturally. Like, he's got the antibodies. Why not capture him, right? Maybe it is him. Maybe he was captured, and this is all going to tie together. But again, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, if they did recast Jake, wouldn't they just get Troy Baker back? He's popular. He played the character, so I don't know. Food for thought. Albert Wesker back from the dead. Could it be Wesker? Again, if Alex is one of the main villains, and then you've got Spencer as well, or maybe Brandon Bailey. Maybe this will all tie into the Wesker children. Maybe this is a resurrected Wesker. Maybe they need the blood to fix him. Maybe he was resurrected and now he's very weak and he can't do anything and he has to follow these orders. Again, if you take Umbrella Corps into consideration, Wesker is technically alive at the moment. He is alive. Somehow he is back and he returned, but they haven't really delved into it. Maybe this will tie into that. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's not canon anymore and they're throwing it away and they're doing their own thing. I don't know. It's things to consider. But yeah, that's pretty much all my theories for this possibility of who this guy could be. Like, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. It could be any of those characters. It could be a surprise character that we're not even thinking of. Or it could just simply be a case that this is a new character and this is not a returning character and Capcom is just playing games with us. So, again, these are things to consider, unfortunately. Personally, I would kind of like it for it to be a returning character and to get that big bombshell of a twist where the hood comes off and we see it and it's like, oh my god, it's this character. I can't believe it, they brought this character back. But until we get more hints and more trailers, obviously, we can't really figure out any plot points at this moment. But I am intrigued. For all we know, this could be the mysterious character with the saxophone. Like, this could be that dude, wearing all the leather and that. Like, it could be him, actually. Like, it wouldn't be a case of, oh, you've got him, and you've got that random nurse in the hospital that may or may not be Natalia, and then you've got this dude. Because usually Resident Evil does multiple villains. You usually have 3 or 4 villains in these games. But it could just be a case that, oh no, this is not the henchman. This is the main villain himself, and he's just getting his hands dirty. So yeah, I hope you liked it. It's not really a big detailed video. This is just me throwing my theory out into the hat and to see what comes out on top. And yeah, I'm just curious. I'm very curious. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. As always, remember to like and subscribe, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care.